I'm Anthony Davis from 5 Minute News with the latest Donald Trump indictment news. The judge overseeing the disgraced former president's election interference case in federal court set a trial date for the 4th of March, a schedule that could have a crucial impact on the 2024 race for the White House. Yes, U.S. District Judge Tanya Chutkan's decision sets the trial in the middle of the Republican presidential primaries and the day before Super Tuesday. During a hearing on Monday, Chutkan heard arguments from Trump's lawyers and federal prosecutors about when the case could be set for trial. Special counsel Jack Smith was there. He proposed that the trial start in January, with jury selection beginning in December of this year, while Trump's team said the trial should be pushed all the way back to April 2026, after the presidential election. Tanya Chutkan wasn't having it. She said these proposals are obviously very far apart, and neither of them is acceptable. She said that Trump will have to prioritize the trial and that she wouldn't change the trial schedule based upon another defendant's professional obligations, say for a professional athlete. The public has an interest in the fair and timely administration of justice, Chutkan said. Well, Trump's lawyer said that going to trial next year would violate the former president's rights, noting the millions of pages of discovery that prosecutors have turned over. Well, that contradicts Trump's other lawyer, Alina Habba, who went on television and said that Trump is so smart and he didn't need any time to prepare for his trial because of his very large brain. So why, therefore, is Team Trump so crazy about the trial date? You could argue that Alina Habba, as a lawyer, has no communication with Trump's other lawyers, and she has not read the indictment. So that's kind of worthy of our thoughts, that there is a miscommunication because Trump has so many lawyers, many of whom are never going to get paid. Meanwhile, Donald Trump took to Truth Social. He attacked Jack Smith and Judge Tanya Chutkan once again and announced that he will appeal the date of his trial over the January 6th insurrection, the March 4th, 2024 date. In the post, Trump called Chutkan a biased, Trump-hating judge and said the trial would be based on the findings of the January 6th Unselect Committee of Marxists, Fascists, and Political Hacks. And he repeated the lie. The January 6th committee destroyed and deleted evidence and stated, "I will appeal." Well, there's two things there. Firstly, you can't appeal a date of a trial. Doesn't work like that. And secondly, you can access all of the January 6th investigation because it has been published. In fact, I have bought 2 copies of it myself on various publications. Trump also said on Truth Social that he heard a rumor that Ron DeSantis is planning to drop out of the race for the Republican nomination and instead launch a bid against Rick Scott for the Senate. I don't know where he heard that from, but still very interesting intel. And Peter Navarro, the former Trump White House official, he testified in federal court on Monday that Donald Trump made it very clear executive privilege should be invoked over testimony that he was subpoenaed to give at the House January 6th committee investigating the Capitol last year. Navarro was charged with contempt of Congress after refusing to cooperate with a congressional investigation into the Capitol attack. The 2 counts stem from his failure to appear for a deposition before the House committee investigating the attack and for failing to produce documents requested by the committee. He's pleaded not guilty, and then outside the courtroom today, he was asking C-SPAN viewers via the cameras for money because he said it's already cost him $500,000 in legal fees. And then finally, a battle over whether to move the Georgia racketeering case against Trump and his allies to federal court began on Monday with Mark Meadows, the former White House chief of staff, testifying in favor of such a move before the federal judge in Atlanta. Under questioning by his own lawyers and by prosecutors, Mark Meadows stated emphatically that he believed that his actions detailed in the indictment fell within the scope of his duties as chief of staff. But he also appeared unsure of himself, saying that he couldn't recall details of events in late 2020 and early 2021. So, a few updates there on the daily changes, because such is politics and such is legal issues that every day there will be more news, and every day you should come back here to the 5 Minute News YouTube channel. We now have channel memberships where you can not just subscribe, but actually support the channel from just $2.99 a month. If you like the work that I do here on 5 Minute News and you would like to support the ongoing production of 5 Minute News and support independent journalism, then sign up for a channel membership. Just click Join down here and you can do that. There's a whole range of memberships from just $2.99 right the way up to $20 a month. You can also place tips and you can comment, communicate, and for your $2.99, well, you also get access to emojis, a 5 Minute News emoji, an emoji of me. You also get access to a wallpaper, special exclusive 5 Minute News YouTube members only wallpaper. So much stuff to find out. It's all here on the 5 Minute News YouTube channel, and thank you very much for your ongoing support. And I'll do my best to continue to bring you daily updates. The 5 Minute News OG daily podcast drops every single morning, and you can hear me on Sundays with the weekend show and the 5 Minute News Explained series, where you'll see me right here explaining specific news stories to you in detail. Thank you for your ongoing support of 5 Minute News.